Hi everyone, this is another vinyl update video, and yeah, so I haven't got the biggest amount of vinyl to show off, but I have got a reasonable amount, plus I've got some CDs to show off as well. So yeah, this has been a typical Christmas thing, money's tight and all that, so I've been buying stuff as and when. I've been sort of thinning out my collection as well. So yeah, I'll start off with the CDs. I mean, I don't ever ask for vinyl as a present. So, unlike some people in the VC, I didn't have any vinyl to open, but that's fine by me because vinyl can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But I managed to get from my parents this Raspberries, which is a box set of their 4 albums, the 4 albums they did in their brief time together, which was starting off with their self-titled one, which has their biggest hit, Go All The Way, their second one, Fresh, which has their other hit, I Want To Be With You, Side 3, and their last album, which has Overnight Sensation on it. I mean, what can I say about this band? I mean, the Raspberries are just an amazing group. Weird band. There's a weird sort of juxtaposition between Eric Carmen, who's possibly the most middle of the road of the band, and these other members who are maybe a bit more into the Who, were sort of maybe the harder edged British invasion bands. But for some reason it works, strangely enough. There's a nice sort of, these two extreme elements come together quite well. The other thing I got as a present was this Hawkwind, Warrior on the Edge of Time. Which, funny enough, this is the last album which had Lemmy on. And Lemmy, as we all know, died on the 28th, I believe. And I mean, all the reaction of that, I'm not a Motorhead fan, but I do like the 3 or 4 albums he did with Hawkwind. Well, he did 3 studio albums in one live, a couple of live albums. But his short time in there, in Hawkwind, produced some really great stuff. And I like a few Motorhead songs. I mean, Derek was saying that Derek Higgins was saying about Lemmy and how much Lemmy was an influence on him, and he mentioned that even in America, even in these sort of very stiff radio stations, jack shit about music, were talking about him, and to be honest, I was quite saddened by it. I mean, his funeral's tonight, I believe. Apparently it's being shown on YouTube or something like that. And, it is quite sad. I was quite saddened by his death. Because he was a character. There was there'll never be another Lemmy. You can't really deny that. And he's the last of a dying breed of rock stars. And I also got Stand Up by Jethro Tull on CD. I'll talk a bit about that later because I've got some of their stuff on vinyl. But yeah, onto the vinyl. This is a non-Jethro Tull thing I've bought on vinyl this month. I've been going for a bit of a Jethro Tull kick. But yeah, this is Baroness Purple. Unfortunately this come through full of scuffs and stuff like that on the record. I didn't return it because it was a busy Christmas period, and it doesn't sound too bad. It sounds better than the Peter Gabriel album that I got through with scuffs and scratches. But as for the record, I'm not a big sort of metal fan, but it's I am starting to get a bit more into it, I suppose. And I mean, Baroness's latest album, Purple, is one of those sort of albums that piss off purists. It's very polished. It's very professional. It does sort of slowly creep towards sort of Mastodon territory. In all those sort of big sort of proggy metal bands. But unlike some of those bands, it doesn't sound noodly. I mean, Chlorine and Wine is maybe a bit proggy, but the rest of it is pretty sort of tight songs, quite catchy, maybe a bit too middle of the road for purists, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really want to sort of explore their sort of earlier albums. They're a band that, I mean, funny enough, not far away from me, they actually had a bus crash, is where they had that bus crash, or coach crash, where, I mean, thankfully nobody was really badly hurt. Well, I think maybe a couple of members were badly hurt, but nobody died, thankfully. So yeah, so I've got something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Jethro Tull albums. I'm going through a weird sort of Jethro Tull phase at the moment. And I mean, got Stand Up, which is actually an alright album, but it's not the best, I suppose. I mean, there's some great tracks on there. A New Day Yesterday, Jeffrey Goes to Leicester Square, Back to the Family, Look into the Sun, and of course you got Living in the Past, which was their first big hit, I believe. Really great track. But yeah, a couple of days ago I got this through the post. Which is their first album. This is the new reissue on Warner Brothers / Chrysalis. It's on yellow label. Oh no, green. Sorry. It's on the green label. All of them are. And it's a really nice pressing. I mean, usually Warner Brothers, although they've done some pretty rotten pressings, more often than not they tend to be pretty good when it comes to pressings. I think they must use. I've heard rumours they use Palast in Germany, which is one of the best pressing plants in the world. I think. I mean, you say what you want about the Germans, but they do know they do good vinyl. Maybe because they're famous for being methodical. I don't know. But yeah. So next up is Benefit. This was another one. Unfortunately, you know, this was and Benefit tend to be a bit sort of bare bones. Unfortunately, I couldn't even put in a polyline sleeve. I think this is like the gatefold. But I mean, the pressing there is a bit of scuffing on there, but it's not as bad as on some records I bought where it's really bad. Bit disappointed on that one, but sounds alright. Side. So yeah, over Christmas, over Christmas I got this Aqualung, which really nice sort of package. You get a booklet. I think this was included in the deluxe box set. You also get some really interesting bits on there where you get all the technical stuff spoken about. And these are like, I mean, from Benefit onwards, they're remixed by Steve Wilson. and he does a stellar job. It's not like what we previously, what most people usually think of remixes, like with Frank Zappa buggering up his albums, where he's sort of adding reverb, where he's trying to make 60s recordings sound like they were 80s recordings and stupid things like that. Yeah, really impressed with these pressings. I know a couple of people on the VC have been raving about these, and they're selling these cheap over on Amazon. I also got this for about £15, which in vinyl terms isn't too bad. I think £3 of that was the shipping costs, because apparently Amazon's put theirs up. Put that in. Put that on one side. Yeah, over Christmas as well, I managed to get Living in the Past in Thick as a Brick on vinyl. They were like both sort of those blue, white, chrysalis pressings. The Thick as a Brick was absolutely awful. I think there was some tape errors in there. In the Living in the Past had groove damage, so I've got this one, which is a Steve Wilson remix. Very nice pressing. Again, these are all great pressings. I think, I don't know if it's Ian Anderson is very sort of picky about quality. So he's one of the few musicians who seem to sort of know their stuff about the technical side. Most musicians don't know jack shit. I don't know, but these just sound brilliant. And some of the CDs. I mean, I've got Too Young to Rock, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. I was getting the title mixed up. And I mean, the sound quality on that's brilliant. There's none of that horrid dynamic processing, sort of very hot sounding compression. So yeah, this is the next one, Minstrel in the Gallery, which is again on the green chrysalis label. I mean, it's very nice pressing. Very nice. And this is also, yeah, another Steven Wilson remix. And this is a really nice package as well. You also get a big booklet. There's all these sort of rare pictures and stuff. All very nice. And you also get all the sort of technical stuff about the remix. Very Anaraki, but I wish all releases would be like this, with giving this sort of care and attention. It's a rarity these days. But yeah, so that's all I bought this month. Hopefully I will be buying some more in the future when I have some more money. Things are pretty tight this month and possibly next month. But yeah, until then, goodbye.